Alright guys, we're about to get started with an express route with the number one. This means that it's an express route to Plymouth, from Plymouth to Edinburgh. We're finalizing this service at the Exeter station, and we are aboard the Voyager class 220, 220, or 220, whatever. Um, at Plymouth, at the Plymouth station. So look at how beautiful we have this um, day, graphics, scenario, the scenery, everything very detailed, very lovely. To be honest, very I like it. So let's get started. Let's unlock the doors and let's activate safety systems, and also the cab lights and the headlights in the day marker. Yeah. While the passengers are boarding, we are almost ready to depart. And also another thing that I would like to highlight is that the optimization of this route is very good. I like it. It's not laggy. At the moment I haven't had a lot of stuttering while playing, in comparison with the other routes. Right? For example, the USA route is even more. There's more stuttering than usual. Okay, so now let's set the reverser in forward and let's get started. This is a service that is gonna last 1 hour, so let's be ready for that. Okay. Next stop at Totnes platform 2. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that well, Totnes, I guess, but we will be able to hear from the cab. Totnes, yes. Okay, 25. Let me tell you that this route looks beautiful, but very, very beautiful. We are in a foggy morning right now. It's about to be 7:30 a.m., but it's totally beautiful. The only thing that I don't like is the illumination of the train. Night backup. Day. Okay, ready. Let's hit those 55 miles per hour. That's around 80 something, 80, 86 kilometers per hour. Really, 86? 64 plus 16 is 70, 80. Oh man. Okay. Okay, too much. Minimum brake. 30. 50%, 40%. Okay. We have to keep in mind that this train is capable of reaching 125 miles per hour or 200 kilometers per hour. Now 70 miles per hour. Okay. Let it go because we are downhill. We're going downhill, so it's nice, smoothly. It's gonna increase its speed on its own. But this is a very beautiful route, very detailed. It's totally amazing. Look at that. $60. Ah, I didn't see that. Okay. $80 now. Let's release the power. It's safe. About to hit Haiti. Okay, let's keep a cruise speed now. We are climbing the mountain in a very strong way. It's a very steep gradient here. We are at 60 kilometers per hour and we are climbing this mountain in a 2.4% of gradient. It's like when we are driving on the Cajon Pass in the USA. Same thing, and it's a very long hill, very long, for a long time, track going uphill. So we are running maximum power, hitting 70 miles per hour. Yeah, every single line is 10. And at the moment, if 60 is almost 100 kilometers per hour, let me do the mental calculation. 60, okay, 10 is 16, 20 miles is 32, 40 miles is 64, 40 miles, 40 miles, 50 miles would be 70, 80. 50 miles is 80 kilometers per hour. 60 miles would be 96 kilometers per hour. Okay, now the gradient stabilized. That's a freight train. Cool. Okay, 60. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Didn't see that restriction. And you might probably say, "Nah, but David, you have on the HUD, you have the speed limit." But yeah, but I don't like. Well, I don't like. Well, I like to see it because all of a sudden, as you can see, I don't get to see the speed restriction signal. That's why that makes me like feel more comfortable about not over speeding. But if I'm talking or if I am paying attention to a different thing, I totally forget about the signs. But I gotta be more attentive. I know. I know. Let's see. So I was saying that 60 is 96 kilometers per hour. 70 miles might be 100. Hold on. 102. No, 112 kilometers per hour. 70. 80 would be 128 kilometers per hour. So I was running at 128 kilometers per hour. Why do I do this conversion? Because I'm not from the UK, of course. Of course, as you might probably know or notice, because my accent sounds different, and also my accent looks more American, right? But I'm not from the USA either. I don't even belong to the European or North American culture. I'm a Latino and I learned how to speak English. That's it. And a Latino that once visited the UK and fell in love with that country, especially because of its people, because I thought English people were colder, but not anymore after I had a couple of conversations with those people. And I loved it. It's a very beautiful country. There's a lot of stuff to do and see, and I'm a fan of trains, so that's why I fell in love with this game. I wish this game could be something like instead of train route hopping, would be something more seamlessly, so that we can continue our journeys for a very long route for a very long time. Would be amazing. Imagine going from London to Glasgow or Edinburgh on the same train. Would be amazing. But that looks to be the future, the near future, because Dovetail Games said that they were preparing the route from Crewe to Carlisle. No, Carlisle. No, there's another city down below Carlisle, Preston Crewe, and then from Crewe to Birmingham. Yeah, that's what they promised. And if they finish or they complete the route from, or they extend, but they should extend the route from Milton Keynes to Birmingham, it would be perfect. Would be the best idea ever. But I don't. But that's not part of their plans at the moment, because according to the information they shared in their what's the name of that thing, in the roadmap of their project, it's not contemplated yet. Anyways, here I am on a very beautiful train on a very beautiful route, the Riviera Line, looking at a very beautiful scenery. I mean, I'm totally surprised about this. The details you can see here, the forest, a lot of foliage, trees, and I was asking myself, I was wondering why these guys from Rivet Games, why didn't they do or they didn't make their route of the Cornwall local route this detailed? I mean, like, why not? Because it looks a little bit plain. Although I like the route, um, although it's a little bit repetitive, boring, and or monotonous. And in the graphic side or detail side, well, they lacked a lot of they lacked a little bit of a few features or a few elements for improving or enhancing the immersion in the route. Because what we the players love about the playing video games like this, like simulators, is how immersed we feel in the route. You know, for example, if I'm playing this train simulator, it's because I want to feel like a real engineer, right? Running on a real route, on a real train, and feeling the same immersion as in real life. That's what we aim, right? And when we see like a route with less details, it's not gonna give the same feeling. And I know I'm not the only person that says that, because of course I have watched thousands of videos of streamers and players, gamers, that have spoken about that feature. And also, it's also known that River Games has a reputation of not completing their work at its fullest. So sometimes, or most of the times, the Uptale games have to finish or polish their work. And I always ask myself this same question: why, if there's a team that is not this dedicated to their job, why are they still being hired? It's because they have an affair with somebody else. They are in Duptail James, or they are the wife or the husband of a very important person in Duptail Games. That's my question. Anyway, I don't know, no idea, but that's what I think. I don't know what to think about it. Just leave it in the comments below, and let's discuss it. Okay, but man, I'm really shocked. I'm really, well, shocked is more in the negative sense. I'm really mesmerized, hypnotized, or charmed by seeing the beauty of this route, the details, the graphics. This is becoming one of my favorite routes now. And of course, I'd like to fill this more with my missing layers. I'm waiting for the corresponding sales that I guess are coming for by September the 30th, because that's the official release of the game, not in the early access as I have right now. And I'm gonna take advantage of that moment for buying the remaining routes that I'm missing, because I'm becoming a very um, I'm becoming a fan of this franchise of the game, because I love trains. And we don't even have trains in Colombia. Okay, that's another thing about me. I'm from Colombia, but we don't have trains. The only trains that we have are the metro systems in Medellin and the current metro system that is being built in Bogota. And there are a couple of trains that are being like enhanced, and they have extended their infrastructure, because the country is aiming to to use the freight trains rather than the trucks for efficiency, and that's what we are experiencing right now. And I hope in a near future Colombia has a very decent railway system, very well developed. But that's gonna be not not in the near future, but probably somewhere in the future. Okay, we have a temporary speed restriction at 40, and that's the I don't remember the name of that train, but it's one of the high-speed trains. I'm still learning. I'm still learning the models of the trains. I know that I am aboard the Voyager 220, 220. I know I'm aboard this train. It's beautiful, very silent, very modern, And I was when I was doing the tutorial of this train, I saw that this train was created or built or bought, whatever, to replace the Intercity 125 because that Intercity was getting old. So that's why they built and brought this train to the UK. Okay, 40 miles per hour. It's a temporary speed restriction. What's the reason? No idea. But let's brake the train a little. Okay, now 40. But I didn't see the signal. Come on. Where is the signal? That's why I enabled in the HUD the speed limits, because all of a sudden the speeds are reduced, but I don't see the speed restriction signals, the signs. I don't see the signs anywhere. I see nothing. So if I didn't enable that feature, how would I know that I'm running on a restricted section of the track? And like that, I would lose some points. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna get some water. All right. We're at 65 miles per hour now. So let's remember, 80 miles per hour is 128 kilometers per hour. We are going downhill. Wow, this road looks beautiful, man. I It tells me I know I'm running through a very wet, foggy, deep forest. And I have the feeling, and it reminds me of Colombia, my homeland, that in Colombia we have forests like these, and especially when we go from my home city, Cali, to Buenaventura, one of the most important ports in Colombia, as well as the very steep and large mountain ranges we have there. Also, we have very deep forests. It's very deep because Colombia is divided into 6 regions, and one of those regions is called the Pacific region, and we have the Andine region, Andines, whatever. And one of the characteristics of the Pacific region is that it's very full of forest, and they live practically, the people that live in Buenaventura, they live in an eternal rain. It rains almost every day, and that's why it's very 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 there are many trees. It's very wet, and everything that is built there, everything that the water touches there, it flourishes or it thrives with new plants, with moss, with, well, many living things there. So, and in the Andean region, we also have a lot of trees and forests, but they are called fog forests, and they are colder because we are at a higher we are, well, the mountains are higher, um, and and it's colder. It's more fog, and and that's how it feels. It's like Colombia is special and different from many other countries, especially in Europe and in North America, or the countries that are in the North Hemisphere, because although we don't have the seasons like you do or most of you do in your homeland. Oh, yellow, we are in yellow. We're about to, I gotta stop. There might be a train in front of me. So I gotta stop before it's too late, before I hit a red light. So as I was telling you, you have the seasons, right? You have winter, spring, um, autumn, and summer, right? In Colombia, it doesn't snow. We don't have winter like that with snow, or we don't have, let's say, fall, the autumn. We don't have spring, but we can have different features from different seasons depending on the height you are in the mountain or in the country. So, for example, when I visited England, because as the only reality that I had was that of my country, and I thought that in many other parts of the world was like that. According to the height you are, it's gonna be cold or hot. In England, it didn't happen like that because England is in the northern hemisphere, in the northern part of Europe. Similar, okay, more or less, because of course Norway is furthermore. And I saw that England, as England was in the northmost part of Europe, around more or less, the sensation of being in England was cold. When I was in Bournemouth, London, it felt more like being in Bogota. If you get to visit to Colombia and you get to Bogota, that's the first city you're gonna visit because most of the flights go from there because it's the capital city of Colombia. Bogota is above 2,000 meters over the sea level. That means that that means that Bogota is cold. Everything that hits 2,000 or 1,500 meters over the sea level, it, it gets colder. And the feeling, okay, green now, but we are going to switch tracks, so let's reduce the speed. Usually in England, I have learned that the switch. Oh, okay, we are about to approach to Totnes. So let's hit 20, 25 more or less. Yeah, 25. Good. 25. I knew it. I've learned a lot about British railways. Okay. Good. I will continue with my story after I stop and I get going because I'm gonna lose the thread. I will get distracted and then I overspeed or I don't stop. So I don't want I don't want that to happen. Okay, ready. Max brake. Totnes. Totnes looks like ancient, classic. Is that a church? Probably. Okay, lock doors and let's get the heck out of here. There are go through tracks here. Okay, ready. Power one. So there might be a train in front of us. That's a fact. Newton Abbot is the new stop. the next stop. And we have a green light, so we're ready to go. Okay, 25 miles per hour. Okay, as I was telling you, so Bogota is cold because it's more than it's around 2,600 meters over the sea level. When I was in London and Bournemouth, obviously London and Bournemouth were not at that height. It's more like 50 or 100 or 200 meters over the sea level and no more. And that was crazy and curious because how a city that is not that high is that cold, you know? And that was crazy, and I learned that because it meant that the 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 more north, the further north you go, the colder it's gonna get on the earth, right? And same thing with the south, right? So that's why I realized that England, almost all the country is cold, even in summer, because I went there in summer, and that was interesting to know. But in Colombia, guys, and that's why most people like to go to Colombia, especially the Europeans, the Germans. In Colombia, it doesn't matter the time of the year or the seasons, because we only have two seasons. We have summer and winter, but winter with no snow, it's just rain. And we got summers, very dry summers, where it doesn't rain or it rains very not that frequent. I mean, like very few, right? Okay, so when you go to Bogota, you're gonna feel cold, and Bogota, as it is on top of a plateau, it's called the Savannah of Bogota. It's very rainy too, foggy like this. The what you are looking at here, and it looks very close to London, to London's weather, because when I was there in London, it was rainy, it was cold, very cold, even colder than Bournemouth. And Bogota looks like that. But if you go to my city, for example, in Cali, we are not at 2,600 meters over the sea level. We are at 1,000. And at 1,000, the weather, the climate gets warmer. And that's why in Cali, sometimes when it rains a lot, it gets a little bit fresh or cold at night, especially, or at in the very early morning. But in the afternoons or in the mornings, when it is not raining, the weather or the climate gets hot, very hot. But if you go to the coast, the north coast, for example, not the west coast, that is the Pacific region, as I had told you, but if you go to the north coast, like in the Caribbean, you're gonna feel the real heat, really the real heat. That's super hot, it's close to the sea, and it's a perfect weather, or it's a perfect climate for you to have a bath in the ocean. And that's why most Europeans love to come to Colombia, because of course most of the time in the year in those countries of the north, it's cold. It's cold. It doesn't matter if it doesn't rain, but it's still cold and foggy. And if we talk about Buenaventura, because I was talking about that because of the forest that we have here in England at the moment in the route, Buenaventura, although it is on the coast, the sensation of the climate is not that kind of dry heat that you might feel in the north coast in the Caribbean. It might feel like more like it's still warm, but as it's raining all the time, so it feels wet, and sometimes at night it doesn't feel that warm, or it feels a little bit colder, fresher. It's crazy. And the sky looks more looks grayish also. So that's the region of the Pacific. And I have mentioned the Pacific region, the Andean region, and now I'm gonna mention the Caribbean region that is in the north. The Caribbean region is drier. It's drier, it's hotter, but it's still green. It's still very. It's not that full of forests, but it's a very open land, very like perfect for growing plants, for harvesting, making crops, right? It's a very good place for that. Okay, and Cali is in the Andean region, like in Bogota. Bogota is also part of the Andean region. The Andean region is all the mountain range you can see in Colombia, because we start from the Andean Los Andes mountain chain, or the Los Andes mountain range, and then it splits by the south of Colombia in Pasto. That's the southernmost city of Colombia. And then it splits into three mountain ranges, and then one is called the West Mountain Range, that goes by Cali on the left, and then in the middle the Central Mountain Range that goes just on the right side of Cali, and that's like one of the highest mountain ranges that Colombia has. And the east one also, the east part goes to and passes by Bogota, and that mountain range is very high and snowy also, same as the central one. The west one, no, it's not that high, so it's not snowy. But the central one and the east one, yes, it is. They are. So that's our beautiful country's geography, guys. So that's why I got I got um I got encouraged to speak about that, because of this beautiful scenery that I'm looking at right now. What a good job Dovetail Games did with this route. Super beautiful. I don't regret of having bought the deluxe edition, definitely. It worth my money. The only thing that I didn't like, and I don't like, and I don't understand why they do that, is the unnecessary download of all the DLCs because of the change of the game. Because we go from the Train Sim World 5 to the Train Sim World 6, so I think that's dumb, making the players download everything again just because they want to change the number, because they want to sell it as a brand new game. Although we already know, all of us know, that it's not a new game. It's just the same Train Sim World 5 with a couple of updates, and that's it. And I think they could save a lot of work just by updating the game. That's it. You know? Updating the game, that's it. We can have just Train Sim World, period, and different patches to update the game. That's it, and we don't have to download all over again. My game right now, it's weighing around 170 gigs, and I had to download all that again, and it took around 1 hour and a half to download all that. Imagine later, for the next year, Train Sim World 7 and and all the DLCs that I might have in the future. It's gonna weigh around more than, or even hitting the 300 gigs. And how much time it's gonna take to download all that? That's the only thing that I don't like. And if you want to make a change, if you don't want that to happen, you have to demand what you consider is your right. Even me. How? Not purchasing those initial those pre-releases, right? I just bought it because I wanted to know what it looked like and the new routes, and take advantage of the the lower prices, thanks to the bundle. But as I have been watching all the videos of the other content creators, and also all the information I have gathered by reading different forums, etc., I got to a conclusion. Next year, I'm not buying the pre-release game. Never. I would wait for a sale and I would buy it in that situation, but not anymore. I'm not gonna support this way of making us download it all over again. No, 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 no. I'm. It's just because Newton Abbott. Okay, good. Oh, it's right now. Oh, damn it! Emergency brake. Ah, man, I got distracted by talking to you guys. If it wasn't for those in-cap announcements, I would miss the stop. I would have missed the stop. Yeah, excellent. Okay, the next stop is gonna be Exeter St. Davis. It has my name. I'm David. Good. What is that? Is that a glass ceiling or what? Or is that glitch also another bug? Ha. Apparently, yes, it is. It's another bug. Okay, we're ready. I'm gonna take a look at that ceiling, the roof. Sorry. This fruit is transparent. You guys who live by there, who live nearby, tell me, is that like that? Let me see down below. No, it is not. It's another bug. It's another glitch. Oh, too bad. Okay, what happened to my train? I'm supposed to... Ready. Or is it because I used the emergency brake? Oh no. Oh no, I locked the train. Ah. And I remember that I watched a video where they said that the emergency, if we hit the emergency brake, the train wouldn't be able to run again. Ah. So that means that I'm not gonna be able to complete the run. Ah, man. Okay. Let's reset simulation physics. Okay. Again, master key on, reverser to forward, safety systems, and forward. Okay. Safety systems ready. Normal. Yes. Cab lights. No. Not working either. Can't be possible. Can't be possible. Reset. Again. Just the basic one. On. Forward. Power 1. Nothing. I killed the game. Stupid bugs. Stupid bugs. Oh man. They have to fix that. Okay, I got a solution here. Now I have to get started again. Totnes. 2 miles away. Totnes was the one. Oh man. I'm totally behind. What? Again. What's wrong with this thing? For you to know, never use emergency brake. Never. Never in this route until it gets fixed. What is wrong with this? What is wrong? What is wrong with this? Okay, ready. Okay, let's continue, guys. You want to accompany me again? Oh no. Stupid bugs. Anyway. Oh man, I hate to say it, but although these routes are beautiful and the routes and etc., I don't know why it is buggy. They should. I think this could be, I don't know, maybe fixed by not releasing the game all over again. Although, let's take it as an update only. Just an update. Train Sim World 6 is just an update of the Train Sim World 5. It's not a brand new game like Dying Light 1, then Dying Light 2, then Dying Light 3. Totally different games, different stories, new characters, different gameplay modes. It's not like that. Okay. Okay. Already passed by here a long time ago. Damn it. 25 miles per hour I have to take it. Ready. 25 miles per hour. Can you feel this frustration, guys, when you have gone on a very long run, a lot of miles, you forgot to save the game, and all of a sudden there's a bug that kills your game like this, that doesn't let the train work properly anymore? Oh, this has happened to me so many times, and these runs are not short. These are super long. But okay, for you to know, remember, emergency brakes are not working in this train. Don't ever use them until it gets fixed. Okay. Newton Abbot, platform 3, 7.6 miles away. Alright. Gonna save. Well, to be honest, the sound quality of the trains are very good. I like them. Especially the other train that is the 150, the class 150. It feels rough in terms of sound and also the suspension. I don't know if that train it's like that in real life, but it felt like rough, like passes by the rails in a very rough way or harsh way, and the sounds is very the sounds are very like that. It sounds strong, or maybe because it's not that isolated from the cab and the outside. So I don't know. 60, ready. Well, let's continue having a conversation, guys. Safe. So this route became not only 1 hour, but more than 1 hour. How long are we? Okay. 55. Alright, what else can I tell you? Colombia is beautiful, guys. It's beautiful. Remember to subscribe. To subscribe on my channel, to my channel. If you want to see more gameplays by me, I created this channel because I didn't want to feel my games or my runs like if I were um, wasting my time, but I wanted to make it more productive or to capitalize my time. Now I have a reason to play, but I don't want it to feel it like it's another job. Just I do it for fun. And I currently have 3 YouTube channels. I have a Spanish white one with 95,000 subscribers, about motorcycles and trips, journeys that I usually do, and the other two about video games, but one in Spanish and the other one in English. Why? Because when I was, I mean, I love English. I love the English language, and I don't like to play or watch movies, for example, in Spanish because I don't find it challenging. I always want that with the hobbies I do, I learn something, and when I do my hobbies in Spanish, I have the feeling of not learning anything new, you know? And if I was playing the video games in Spanish, I was feeling that I wasn't learning anything. So I created the English channel, but also at the same time I wanted to make a Spanish channel because, especially with this train simulator, there are not not that much information about the game in in the Spanish language, but also there's not a large public for this niche. But I wanted to contribute with something to our community, our Latin community. But at the same time, I wanted to contribute with something new that I have seen that other YouTube channels don't have, right, in the English language. So I wanted to do it too. So in the end, I decided to make both channels in both in English and Spanish, and I do content in both languages. It depending on the situation. For example, at the moment, I as this is a pre-release and not everybody has access to its version to Train Sim World 6, so I'm uploading these videos for them to take a look, especially to the English community, because in Europe, of course, you live among the Brailles, and in the USA too. But in Spanish, sometimes I used to play with my friends, and they don't speak English. But we have like a very interesting moment of having fun, and we speak in Spanish, and we make jokes, and also, yeah. So I I do streaming there in Spanish, and that's it. And like that, I hit two birds with one shot. So that's why I have both channels. I don't have the target yet of reaching a lot of subscribers, because first of all, that's a long way, that's a long term objective, because of the experience I have with my main channel of motorcycles. I have been with my channel for 6 or 7 years, and I'm just 99,000 subscribers at the moment. And in the video games niche, as it is very saturated, I know that it's gonna take a lot of time too. So that's why I'm not expecting to hit the mm, that quantity of subscribers. Not in the long and not in the short term. It's not that easy to hit it. I'm just having fun. I'm just making videos because I'm having fun with you. You're watching it. You're learning something new, probably with my experiences and my stories. And that's it, guys. I don't know if you're enjoying this moment. I don't know if you're gonna subscribe or not. Um, no idea. If you want, you like this content, and if you prefer me to do streaming rather than uploading videos, so that you can have a chat with me, you just let me know and I do it. Also, so that we have a conversation between my 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 public, or my spectators, and me, and the game. Okay, guys, this climate, this weather looks amazing. These graphics. I thought the graphics were going to reset when I reset the game. When I went to the menu and I loaded my previous save. Because it usually happens like that. But no, it was fixed. Maybe because I was playing a journey in a journey mode, and it's fixed. You cannot change the weather. But I'm getting entertained by speaking to you like this, playing and speaking to you, especially with English, because like this I'm practicing my English. I know my English sounds awful. Don't blame me for that. I'm just learning. I'm trying to communicate and enjoying this beautiful language, and trying to get fluent in this language, even more fluent, as much as I can. Okay, my friend answered me.
Voy a ir a hacer una serenata y yo creo que solamente es eso y vuelvo, vele bicho. Va a ver si jugamos ahorita.
Okay, he's working right now. So I'm going to play Dying Light with him, but after he finishes his job. And okay, I gotta stop. I'm not gonna make the same mistake like before. Not anymore. Not anymore. This doesn't happen to me twice. Never. What the? What the? Forward? Why is this train braking? Okay. Something weird happened. I don't know why. But at least it didn't break. Didn't breaking the break down. It didn't break down. Not break of breaking the brakes. Breaking the brakes. Not that breaking. Didn't break down. That break down. BREAK. I hope in the future, in the near future, I have a very good quantity of subscribers so that those guys accompany me in my runs, and I do streaming and I can have a conversation with them. Would be very interesting. Speaking with foreigners, please mind the gaps when entering the platform. Mind the gap. Curious use of the word mind, right? Mind the gap. That is to say, take into account the gap there is between the train and the platform. Mind, but mind means this mind, right? And mind, to be mindful, to take into account, to be careful, yeah, mindful, to mind something. Or do you mind if it cares you, if it that bothers you, that mind. Do you mind if I do something? If I do this, if I do that, max break possible. Good. Ah, well, I couldn't be this precise, but okay. How many points? 196. The next station is Exeter St. Davis. Has my name. Ok, Mr. Wellabicho. Listo, buena vida. Entonces, hágale todo bien. Cuando llegue, me avisa y jugamos. Now I'm gonna listen to my girlfriend's audio. Okay, lock doors and let's get started. Good. Ready. Power 1, power 2. We're moving. Okay.
Amores, salimos acá por ahí a las 2:30. Vamos llegando a Buenaventura tipo 3. Y acá, y pues, espero que nos entre por ahí 7 de la noche.
Ah, bueno, amor, entonces espero que te vaya muy bien y listo, me escribes cuando llegues. That was my girlfriend. Alright, where were we? Ah, that was a branch. I remember this branch doesn't go that far. And outside is happening, something happening here by my house. It's a caravan. And I close the window. Colombia, there's a culture, or that's a Latino culture of doing or making a caravan or the parade caravan, I would say, of the what is the name of that? Hers, of hers, yeah. of a hearse taking a body to the cemetery, right? And the people, well, the beloved, its beloved ones, accompanying the caravan, ringing, horning their cars, making noise or blocking the streets just for letting it pass, as a show of a last goodbye to their beloved ones, right? Ah, I forgot that in the social media I cannot say those words, and I mentioned that word. Okay, I hope it doesn't ban me or it doesn't restrict my video just because I mentioned that word. But you got the point, right? Yeah, that's something very Latino, Latino or Colombian. Most of the time we were running at 60 miles per hour and we couldn't hit a higher speed than this. Now we're able to run at 90 miles per hour. We were at 80, the calculations, 128 kilometers per hour. So 90 would be 128 plus 16. That makes 28, 34, 34, 44, 144 kilometers per hour. It's the maximum speed right now. 144 kilometers per hour. Can you hear that noise outside, guys? Don't know because I don't know if my mic is um, blocking those intruding sounds. 19. We are at 70. We're hitting 80. We're getting close to 90. And we hit practically the 90. Okay, this train is looking beautiful. Let's take a picture. How can I move there? Okay, like this. Raise lower, lower like this. Wow, this is gonna look very beautiful. Like this. And how can we focus? Manual focus. How can I focus? Autofocus. Focus, manual focus. But how? Focal point. Yeah, like this. Depth of field. Oh yeah. And I'm gonna get a little bit closer. Like this. Screenshot. Ready. Although I would move it this. Can be like this as well. Ready. Okay, brake. 80 miles per hour now. Gotta be more attentive to the HUD that I have in the upper right corner of my screen because I'm not able to look at the speed signs properly. 60 again. Man, I get distracted. I have to improve on that. Next station, Exeter St. Davis, platform 5. Okay. We are 13 miles away. What the? I didn't move it. I swear. I swear that I didn't move that. Let's save it. Meanwhile, cannot believe that all these roads looked beautiful. I'm very like deep in the woods, forestic, I would say. I don't know if I can say that. That exists in English. And this is more like an open land here, I guess. But the rest is super beautiful. And here there's a special place in my case because I visited this site in real life. It was like around here. I went there in real life 1 year ago. That's why I love it. And this is the Steam rail section, sorry, of the game, the Steam one. Okay, we are 50 now, 55. But what I like about the Voyager right now is that it's very silent for a diesel train, for a diesel locomotive. Very, very silent. And look at the mountain here. Look at the soil. Looks orange. But I don't know if that's rocky or it's just mud, dry mud. You know what I mean? I'm not sure about that. Minimum brake. 60 again. Ah, man. Oh yeah, the cab light and the headlight. Night backup. Gotta brake more. Ready. Well, I'm waiting for the sales of Dovetail games for Train Simulator because I want to grab one route that I really love. That is, in my opinion, one of the best routes that they have released. Maybe some might not agree with me, but that route is the Cardiff route. Why? Because I don't like linear routes. I like the ones that have different branches to give like a wide variety of services and places to go. I want to have that one. The Cardiff route is totally amazing. Same thing with Carcath route in Glasgow. I love it. I love it. It's nice because it's also there is a variety of routes. The one of the Manchester route, the airport commuter route, is not that interesting. I mean, like the people have said, the ones that have it and have played it, they say that it's interesting and it's nice. It's quite good. but there are only like 2 or 3 branches to go, so it's not that good as the Cardiff one, or like the Cathcart line, the Cathcart line, whatever the route one, that route in Glasgow. And the five circle is looks like it's almost similar to the one of the Manchester Commuter Airport. But it's longer. It's longer. It's wider, and it has another branch like to a new station over there that they extended their route a couple of time ago. Don't remember. But that's interesting too. That five circle. Another route that catches my attention. Well, the Midlands one, that is one of the layers for this route. Well, not that big, that not that interesting for me because it's very short, too short, and it has only 2 branches. I mean, like one to the left, the other one to the right. People have commented about this amusement park. Look, good, and I didn't know that existed. Well, when I came to Turkey, when I went to Turkey, I didn't pass by here. We were running on the freeway, and then we got to a town that is before Turkey, by a church. I don't remember, the name is Saint Christ Church something. No, I'm not sure. I don't remember. And in front of it there is a parish, uh, but I don't remember its name either. But it's a parish. There are 2 churches, like the big church, and in front of it the parish, and there is an open wide zone, green zone, where people usually make events. Okay, 75 is the next speed limit. Okay, so the route is very beautiful, but the Dresden Leipzig route is very diverse, I would say. Diverse. There are a lot of services and a lot of places to go. I liked it. And it's very like unexpected in terms of the lights, the traffic lights. They should give us points for ringing the bell when we pass by that sign. So I didn't know that this line went by. It's what? It's breaking again. Is that a glitch? Is that a bug, or what's wrong with this thing? Oh man, I hit the emergency brake. I broke it again. I broke it. Ah. I broke it. No, I didn't break it. Oh my god. What? I never hit the reverse button. What? There's something wrong going on here, guys. That's a bug. I never hit the reverser button. Never, not as a mistake. I didn't ever touch the W or the S in the keyboard. I never touched that. Now I understand what's happening. It's changing all of a sudden, and it gets to off or reverser or neutral, whatever, and then when it is in off or in neutral, the train applies its brakes, and that's what just happened right now. And when I was throttling, using the throttle. Let me see if that changes. No, it's not because of the horn. It was moving backwards, and that's why I realized that the reverser was changed. But it wasn't me, so that's wrong. I have to report this. I mean, like in the video, Now you know it. That's another bug that I discovered. Crazy, man. Crazy, 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 crazy. But thanks, I think I was saved because when I hit with no intention the emergency brake, I thought the train was going to break down like a bug. But thanks to the previous emergency brakes applied, I didn't break them. So, thanks God. Thanks God. I didn't miss this run. Oh, the thing is the time that you waste is the time because the route is long. It's not a short run. $100 mph. Let's hit that. Let's hit it. Let's hit it. Sorry, hit it. No, let's hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Let's save. And we are 6 miles away from our final destination. Next station, Edinburgh, it says here. So this is what might be shown here. Edinburgh. Okay. $100 already? $100 already. I like the blend of these two textures here. I I wish I can have I wish I could have the other DLCs for layering this route. But I'm waiting for the sales. I'm waiting for the sales. But especially I would like to have all the British routes. I love them. Even more than the German ones. There are some German routes that I didn't like. And I'm not buying them either. I'm not gonna buy them. I don't remember their names, but one is Augsburg. I have seen some reviews about it and they don't recommend it. But I'd like to have the layers for the Frankfurt Fulda route and one of the S1, the S-Bahns, S1, S8, and S9, I guess, and the other complements of the Dresden Leipzig route also. $75 mph maximum. So let's slow down the train. We are 2 miles away from our final destination. And I don't know if I have the patience right now to run a freight service because sometimes. What the? Again? Reverse? This thing is. It already changed and I never moved that thing. I never moved the reverser. What's wrong with this? I'm gonna call this video a buggy route. A buggy journey. The buggiest journey ever. The buggiest run ever. 75 now. $75. I'm 60. Yeah, 60. But we gotta get ready for the 45 miles per hour next. Yeah, 45. So let's break down. Sorry, let's break the train. Double yellow light signal. So it means that in 2 lights after we might find the red light. So let's slow down to 40. Now one yellow light. I'm ready to brake. Ready to stop. 30. Max brake possible. Okay. That's fine. I'd like to increase that audio. Let me see. Options here. Settings. Audio. Everything is maxed out. So let's increase the master volume. Or no, I remember why I don't do this. It's because when I get to edit the video, then my voice will not be heard. And it sounds very high, yeah. It's not possible, so I'm gonna make it like 75% is fine. Platinum medal and speeding. I overspeeded a lot of times. Objectives completed, 1000 points. Safety systems, correct cap setup. They give us points for that. Coupling, hard impact, junction changes, left vehicle unsafely. No wipers in rain. They take away points for this. Okay. Okay. Choose your next chapter. Caretaker, learn how to drive the class 220 Voyager. Next, Pathfinder. Now that you know the basics, take the class 220 out on some difficult runs. Good. But I'm going to go back to the main menu. Let me have a look at it. So, these are the Voyagers. So I couldn't complete this layer of depot to Plymouth because it's buggy as hell. Guys, they need to fix this one, so I couldn't finish it. And the next one was Pathfinder with more difficult runs. Take control of this heavily delayed service as you attempt to get to Exeter St. David's in treacherous conditions. Alright. Manchester Piccadilly to Paynton. On aboard of on what kind of train is this? It doesn't tell me. It doesn't say. Only in the Voyager class 220. Okay. Edinburgh to Plymouth. Plymouth to Lera Depot. Unlimited power. Okay. 1 hour and 30 minutes. That's suffering from the intermittent power issues. Oh my god. It's gonna be a long run here. Okay. And then endgame. Now you're master the class 220 Voyager. See you in see if you can handle it in extreme conditions. 1 hour, 1 hour. Day of the dispatcher. People have spoken about this. They have loved it. Take on the role of a station dispatcher at Plymouth Station. Interesting. 20 minutes. I like to do that route too. That this scenario. Edinburgh to Plymouth. Okay. Well, and these are the standard ones. Riviera. Uh, Possible to do some freight runs? No, I don't think so. Learn how to operate the two trains here. It's the class 802 GWR, the Great Western Railway train. This one, high speed too. Okay. Cardiff Central to Penzance. Interesting. Good. But this time I'd like to have Bahnstrecke Leipzig Dresden route. Indestructible V90. Okay, that's the new add-on. The add-on. And this is the normal one. Learn the basics. Introduction, I already did this. Ice-T introduction. Talent 2, but introductions for all of them. All of them. An ice driver. Okay. This is an hour run from Dresden to Leipzig. High-speed train. It's an hour and a half and 5 minutes. Will be great. Okay, guys, see you in the next video. Remember, I'm going to do this next round too. Bye bye. Take care. Thanks for accompanying me in this long journey.